Hi Pisces, this is your astrological prediction for February 2013. We'll talk a bit more about love now, Pisces. Whether your ascendant, sun, or moon is in Pisces, I always say ascendant is very relative and very strong. At least I find it that way. What is happening? First of all, we need to look where Venus is, the planet of love, to see uh, how are your amorous influences? How are you feeling in that sphere of life? And Venus is in your 12th house, which is a very private house. So any kind of romantic experiences during this month might tend to be a bit more on the clandestine or hidden side. Or you might just be drawn to a bit more mysterious, to a bit more watery type of relationship. Watery means a bit more emotional, a bit more sensitive, a bit more private. You don't want them to be out in the public, especially the first 20 days, 25 days of the month. You might have a hidden private romance, or a source where you can meet someone, a place where you can meet someone is don't make it too in the face of others. Actually, if you meet someone, it can be much more private affair. In the worst case scenario, it will be a cheating affair, which I don't recommend. In the best case scenario, it will be a bit more mysterious, a bit more romantic. But 12 house is the house of, it's a very romantic house. It's the house of Pisces as it is. So it might be a bit idealized love as well. You can be attracted to more sensitive people. You can be attracted to more gentle people. You can be attracted to more type of love which is more spiritualized and more sensitized and more what is the word, more gentle, more refined. That's the word exactly. So some kind of love which is more refined, which is more not in your face but more behind the scenes. More, you can find beauty in someone that others hardly can find appealing. For instance, you can appreciate someone, and it's not about falling in love with that person, but you can appreciate something or someone which is usually more of a hidden talent, and you can see the beauty in them. You can connect to the essence, to the divine essence of something or someone, because this is what 12 houses is. The 12 house shows the spiritual, the real beauty behind the image, behind the outside. So you can connect to this ephemeral, this really spiritual, beautiful quality, something which is the essence of something, to the soul of something. You can connect. You can connect on a deeper level rather than just superficial level, on a spiritual soul level with someone. And that's one of the reasons why when Venus is in the 12th house, a person becomes more willing to idealizing love. And Venus is in your 12th house every year for a few weeks. And every year for a few weeks, you tend to get, especially Pisces ascendant, you tend to get more romantic, more willing to sacrifice in the name of love, more willing to give than receive. 12th house is the house of giving, and when the planet of love is there, actually what makes you happy is giving more for your partner than receiving. Actually, if you're trying right now to receive more, it's not gonna work. And you might feel, even others might say, but it's unequal. You might say, well, I'm giving more, I'm not receiving the same. But it's the time to be in a more sacrificial state of mind and sacrificial attitude and approach to relationships. And don't worry, if you give now, later karma, because 12th house also rules karma, karma will reward you. Of course, you shouldn't be silly as well, but in the best way, if you want to improve your love and relationship karma, when Venus is in the 12th house, you can, in the March of February for you, in the month of February, it's great for you if you give help to others who need a love and relationships. Basically, a friend of yours who has broken up, you can go and comfort her. You can be for her shoulder to cry on, or you can contribute money to maybe to some charity which is about people who have relationship problems, or you can actually give some counseling, relationship counseling to some friend of yours. But do this for free. Do this unconditionally, not with expecting this to come back to you. And actually, it's like a little bit like making a magic. It's a little bit magical, because when you give from yourself, especially when it comes to helping others about love and relationships, you will receive back afterwards in your love life what you need. And you can also, 12th house is charity, and Venus rules beautiful clothes and it rules women. You can give to charity, to some women charity, maybe abused women, maybe, women in Africa, or something which has to do with female issues and women's issues. Or you can donate clothes or some objects of beauty to charity organizations, and this will actually help you with your love life. It's interesting, but it does work. In India, it's called pujas. It's called basically appeasing the planets and improving your karma. And if you do this while Venus is in your 12th house, you're guaranteed to have positive Venus developments later in life, and Venus is love and relationship, as we said. So giving of yourself in love is more right now. And actually, when Venus is in the 12th house, you feel much more romantic. You feel much more like glamorizing or idealizing another person. And it's actually, you're seeing more the essence of the person. You're seeing the potential, the spiritual potential of the person, their inner hidden beauty. So others might be a bit shocked with your appreciation this month, whether appreciation for people or love, it doesn't matter. It can be that you see in someone, in some alcoholic or in some lost cause person or totally lost person, you can see the beauty in them. It doesn't mean that you have to fall in love with them, but you can appreciate the beauty while others do not see it so easily, and others might be a bit surprised and saying, what does she see with you? Again, she's wearing her rose-colored glasses, or he's wearing his rose-colored glasses. But you see, as I said, the potential. So just be careful that people don't take advantage too much of you. Especially less evolved human beings, when they see that you're in a more generous and tolerant, more generous spirit, But at the same time, don't worry, because you can protect yourself quite well during this period, because Mars, the planet of the warrior, is in your first house, and Mars makes you much more assertive and much more opinionated, and you can stand up for your own rights. So you're not this helpless little Pisces that everyone can tread on. Not at all. Mars goes into your sign once in 2 years, and then you become a warrior, and then you can really fight your own battles. You don't need any protective layering from someone or armor from another person. And it's great if you're working on some projects, if you have to confront something and solve problems, because you become more courageous, more fueled at the same time. And even if you're in a very romantic and spiritualized mode, you have the ability to protect yourself, as I said. And another thing, that Venus in the 12th house, is that places where you can meet love in your life, it's foreign countries, for instance, because 12th house rules far away, exotic places. So you can meet someone abroad, or exotic lady, or exotic Prince Charming, or just have a bit of flirtation abroad, or with someone from an exotic